I've been talking a good deal about police state on the podcast these days. I want to pivot to a quite different topic because there is an important article that appears in unheard.com. It's written by a prominent atheist. Her name is Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Now, I don't know if you've heard that name. She's Somalian. She was raised as a Muslim. She experienced all kinds of Muslim atrocities in Somalia and learned about even more around the world. In reaction to that, she decided if Islam is such a theocracy or is so theocratically minded, is doing these tyrannical things, not just to women, but to whole societies in the name of Islam, she's like, I don't want any part of it. And so she went to the other extreme and became a prominent atheist. And all of this is described in this article. The article, by the way, is titled Why I Am Now a Christian. So the important news in the article, and it's actually making some of the new atheists, the Richard Dawkins types, kind of nervous because Ayaan Hirsi Ali was part of their gang. She kind of joined in with their group. And so she was hanging out with Dawkins and Dennett and, of course, Christopher Hitchens when he was alive. But now she's decided that really doesn't work. That's no solution either. It's almost like she's saying, I was on the rebound from Islam. I went to the other extreme of atheism, and now I've discovered that Christianity is, in fact, the true way. And let's look to see how she tells her story, because she says that she found it liberating when she got out of Islam. And it's not that when she was in Islam, she was a believer in God. And of course, she was conventionally a Muslim, but she saw what the Muslims were doing in the name of Islam. The key thing is in the name of Islam. Sometimes people of all faiths do bad things. You have robberies, you have all kinds of stuff. But the difference here is this was done in the name of God, so in the name of Allah. And so she said that she found a new circle of friends. She said that, and she was confident that she had made the right choice because these friends were urbane, they were university people, they were smart. By the way, Ayaan Hirsi Ali is married to a prominent Harvard historian, and so they live in Cambridge. I wouldn't call myself a close friend, but I've had the privilege of having dinner with her and her husband in their house. And she says, why do I call myself a Christian now? She says, well, part of the answer is global. She says there's a global fight, and you've got the tyrants, the totalitarians on the one side, and that includes places like China, but it also includes radical Islam. And she says, who are they fighting against? They're not really fighting against atheism. And not only that, but the atheists have no real defense against this kind of attack. The atheists really stand on the sidelines. The atheists basically start talking about, what the implications are of Darwinian evolution for human selfishness or for human altruism. And she goes, what the heck does that have to do with the fight that we're in? Answer, nothing. She's also seen that people like Sam Harris, who are atheists, have ultimately proved weak-kneed in fighting against some of the assaults, internal and external, against our society. So she goes, well, what unites our society? What are we fighting for? What are we defending? Answer, we're defending the Judeo-Christian tradition. And she says a lot of our liberties, including liberties that we think of as secular, let's say the liberties enumerated in the Bill of Rights, those come from Christianity. Christianity, in a sense, created the universities. Christianity even created a certain form of separation of church and state. Remember Jesus, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God's. So all these things, from learned inquiry to a separation of domains between church and government, limited government, the idea that we have a basic human dignity, and our human dignity cannot be trampled without proper reason or certainly without due process. So all of this is the Judeo-Christian tradition. So one reason, she says, for becoming a Christian is a recognition that that if you're on this side, you're defending our way of life. At its core, you're defending the Judeo-Christian roots of our civilization. And now you can obviously say, well, why didn't you become a Jew? Well, what she's really, I think, saying is that the tradition of Judaism as it then developed through Christianity, through the most famous Jew of all time, namely Jesus Christ. That's really the tradition she wants to defend. So she has a, let's call it a sociological reason to be a Christian. Mike Lindell just keeps on introducing great deals. He's featuring the new MyPillow My Towels. Save 50% off on that 6-piece towel set. It's regular price $59.96, but now, for a limited time, only $29.98 with promo code Dinesh. Debbie and I have Mike's My Towels all over the house. We love them for ourselves, but we also like to give them away as Christmas presents. So there's an idea for you. My Towels 6-piece set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, 2 washcloths. These towels are really amazing. The long staple length of the Sherpa cotton fibers makes them very soft. Because of the long fibers, they can wrap around each other more easily, creating a smoother and softer fabric, soft to the touch, without the lotiony feel, and also super absorbent. So take advantage of the 50% off on the 6-piece towel set. Call 800-876-0227. Number again, 800-876-0227, or go to mypillow.com. To get the discounts, you need to use the promo code. It's DINESH, Dinesh.